In previous videos, how to create your first AdminLTE, Laravel, and Vue.js project with Pyronome and automatically push generated project source code to a GitHub repository were explained. Now, how to run generated AdminLTE, Laravel, and Vue.js project source code online using Heroku will be explained. In terms of running the code and displaying the running code, I want to use a third-party service called Heroku. I will create an account on Heroku now. Let's follow the required steps to run our code online. I want to tell you a bit about Heroku. Web applications or mobile applications need a server that we call a backend. These backend servers perform many operations and give specific responses to requests coming from web or mobile applications frontend via web servers. The backend servers here need to be specifically set up and configured. These servers' installation and configuration processes require knowledge and experience, and the people we call DevOps are here to help accomplish this task for us. Their job is to create the configurations, architectures, and topographies that will enable very high traffic systems or systems that require very high availability. In principle, an exemplary server configuration is vital to run applications properly, operate smoothly and at the lowest cost, and ensure that they are installed and maintained under the requirements of the technology. That is the reason why serverless architectures have an emerging trend nowadays. Because software development is a different specialty, running that software and developing systems related to the software to serve the maximum possible users with the lowest system resources is another expertise. We cannot expect a developer to know both. Therefore, different platforms such as Heroku or similar open-source Doku are here to help developers set up and install production and staging servers with a few clicks without any extra knowledge and expertise. Although a lot is going on behind the scenes, these platforms introduced the platform as a service approach that performs the processes related to the installation, configuration, and management of those servers by only a single code file. Heroku is one of the most popular platform as a service providers owned by Salesforce. Heroku has various remarkable features. One of its most important features is the pricing options. It allows you to create your software up to a certain size for free. You can publish your proof of concept (MVP) or personal projects on Heroku for free. In that respect, you can run the project you developed in Pyronome directly on Heroku. You can easily make changes and redeploy it on Heroku just by using your browser without any additional installations. I will now create an account here, and we will start using Heroku with this account. I have created a new user account on Heroku. If there are servers and projects we have created before, they will be listed here. I don't have any projects in this user account. Let's create a new project. Give name as History Chart Demo. Choose Europe because it is closer to me. Click on Create App. Now my app is created. I want to connect it with GitHub in the deployment method part. Thanks to GitHub, changes can be made on GitHub very quickly without the need to use any CLI or command line. These changes are automatically pushed into Heroku. When I save, commit, and/or push the update, Heroku will automatically run, restart the server according to the necessary changes, perform the required actions and publish it in seconds. Thus, when I make any changes to the model here, I will be able to see that change on the server instantly. Now I need to link GitHub here. I give this permission to my GitHub user. Yes, it asks for the repo name. It shows my user's repositories. History chart demo is listed. Let's connect. It asks that you want to activate the automatic deployment process. Click the Enable button. That will allow the server to be updated whenever I make any changes to my code on GitHub. Also, I can make deployment manually. After defining the repository in this part, I can set the configurations here in the Settings section, and I will display the processing in the Deploy and Activity section individually. Now let's perform a code generation process. And wait for the generated code to be uploaded to GitHub. And finally, it will be automatically uploaded to Heroku. Let's test this process. Generating the source code again. Code was generated. Making refresh again. Yes, it says now. The code deployment process should start on the Heroku side. Let's check if this deployment process has started or not. Entering Activity section. Yes, this procedure has started. I see there is a warning here. The main processes automatically determined that this is a PHP application, that it should run Composer, and download necessary packages after running the Composer processes. Now to fix this. Let's access GitHub. Now I will add a new file. From here, I am adding a file called procfile. Since we are using the Laravel framework, I need to specify the public directory as the document root directory that we call the document root. I can also use Nginx as a web server. However, to run Laravel in Nginx needs a few more files. Apache configuration is more straightforward than Nginx. Apache is fine for me for just testing purposes, and you don't need to make any file changes to run Apache. I am committing this. The activity here will start again. Yes, it has started again. Since my application is coded in PHP, my app also includes Vue.js files. I need to add Node.js build pack to my application. A build pack needs to be added in there. I am adding a Node.js build pack to the application. First, the PHP build pack will be processed, then the Node.js build pack will be processed. When the system performs these operations, the application will become fully operational. Now let's see what happens and if we open the application. The server gave an error. It is normal to get this error because we haven't set any environment variables yet, and we'll fix that now. We did not specify any environment variables in the settings section from here. When we set these environment variables, the system should start working. We haven't even made a database connection yet, and we need to enter this information and add the database. Now, we will make these configurations step by step. First, let's enter the app name as history chart. I define app environment production, or you can enter dev to this. I define app debug and enter true to see if there is an error. App URL. This address. It is not necessary to add configuration regarding the database for now. Now I am saving these. Here, let's deploy manually. Again, going to the activity section. Yes, the composer has started to run. After that, Node.js has started to run and Node.js will do the necessary compiling for Vue.js components. Yes, the compilation is done. Let's check again to see if it gives an error. Because no application encryption key has been specified, it says that the application key does not exist. Let's create the application key. In Heroku, the small servers we run here are called dynos. They have a container structure. The console of the dynos can be accessed directly. By typing bash, you can directly access the dyno where your project is located and run some commands on this dyno. The command we will run here will be the php artisan key :generate command, and we will make the generated key displayed by adding the show parameter. It is not possible to edit env environment files directly in Heroku, and these need to be added as environment variables. That's why we can't save it to an environment file here. Directly go to the settings section here. I am adding the app key variable and pasting the key I have just generated using the dyno command line into the value field. Yes, I saw it running successfully. The application login page has been opened in the AdminLTE directory. I see the icons are not displayed here. It works both over HTTP and HTTPS. We need to run it over HTTPS so that the icons can also be seen. Other pages also work as they should. Now, when we try to log in with root and AdminLTE password as standard, it will give an error because there is no database. Now let's create the database. Let's go to the Resources tab. I will add PostgreSQL as an add-on here. Let's search for PostgreSQL here. MySQL is also available here, but you need to enter your credit card information to run MySQL. It also has a free feature, but you still need to enter your credit card information in the system. If you don't want to do this, you can use the hobby-free option of Heroku's PostgreSQL account. A PostgreSQL database instance has been created. I need its connection parameters and add it to the environment variable list to be able to access the PostgreSQL database. I click on View Credentials. Yes, here is the information. Now let's enter this information as environment variables. Since we added it, the database URL has already been added automatically. The database connection is set as MySQL by default, and I need to set it as PGSQL here. DB host section is here. DB port 5432 is the standard port number of PostgreSQL. You can also check it from here. Yes, it is 5432. Database. Database name is also there. Database username. Username is here. DB password. Password is also here. Okay, I added the necessary database environment variables. Now I need to create tables in the database. To do this, I type PHP artisan migrate to console. Tables have been created successfully as well. Let's refresh again. Let's try to access. Okay, access is successful. History chart and history chart point model list menu items are in the content menu as they should be. I will add a record here. Check enabled. Let's say chart 1. Type as this is a demo chart in the description section and click create. Recorded. It shows the information here. It is also listed here. I realize that I have forgotten something. I will add an order value here and I want the history charts to be sorted according to that order value. Now for this, I will go to the model. In History Chart, under the Property list, I want to add an integer variable with the name order. This will be located under Enabled. As I can add a new property to a model, I can also add new models. The same process will be applied. Okay, I added the property. As the code was generated, can bypass GitHub and look directly at Heroku. As you can see, the application is deploying again automatically. Necessary procedures have been running as usual. Installing Composer packages and Node.js packages. Process completed. By running the PHP Artisan migrate fresh command, I want to delete all the tables first and recreate the necessary tables in the database because the table structure has changed. This process was also completed. Waiting for the build to complete. The build process is completed. Let's see. Again, load using HTTPS. Root, AdminLTE. But there is something wrong here. Let's check again. I'm checking migration. Order is here. In some cases, Heroku may not get the latest snapshot of the repository, so we may have to redeploy the code that I just did. Let's run it again now. OK. Process completed. As you can see, order has appeared. I automated my entire software development process by creating a Pyronome project on the browser, determining the project model, generating the source code according to the selected technology, and creating my continuous integration and delivery process using GitHub and Heroku. When I need to make an update, I can modify the project model easily and regenerate and rerun the updated version of my application instantly. All the modifications in the project source code are kept on GitHub. I can go back to the previous version of my application at any time, and since I have the source code of my system, I can install it wherever I want. If you like this video, please press the like button below and subscribe to the Pyronome YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. Also, you can visit pyronome.com for further information and follow Pyronome on other social media platforms for the latest news.